Chosen one, let's take a moment to reflect on something you've been feeling deep inside those moments of unease, that inexplicable tension, and the silent resistance that seemed to arise whenever you tried to move forward. Perhaps you've even sensed an invisible force at play, something beyond the ordinary obstacles of life, an unseen presence watching, lurking just out of sight, waiting for an opportunity to disrupt your path. You might have questioned these feelings, wondered if they were mere figments of your imagination, but deep down you knew something greater was at work. These struggles you faced setbacks that arrived at the worst possible times. Unexplained challenges that felt disproportionate to your circumstances were not just random events or bad luck. No, they were part of a greater spiritual battle, a fight that has been unfolding in the unseen realms of your existence. And make no mistake, this battle was not accidental. You were targeted because your potential posed a threat to the forces of darkness. Your very essence radiates with a purpose that the darkness sought to extinguish. Your destiny was never ordinary, it carried a power that the enemy recognized long before you fully understood it yourself. As it is written in Ephesians 6 verse 12, "For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places." The battle you faced is real, and it was never about breaking you. If the enemy truly wanted to break you, it would have caught you off guard before you recognized your worth. Instead, these trials, these moments of intense opposition, were allowed in your life to sharpen you, to refine you, and to reveal the strength you never knew you had. You may have stumbled, shed tears in frustration, or even questioned your path, but each of those moments, though painful, contributed to the person you are becoming. Like the refining fire mentioned in 1 Peter 1 verse 7, these have come so that the proven genuineness of your faith of greater worth than gold, which perishes even though refined by fire, may result in praise, glory, and honor when Jesus Christ is revealed. Every hardship you faced was not meant to break you, but to refine you, to make you stronger, more resilient, and more attuned to the power within you. These struggles weren't random, they were divine tests, designed to strengthen your spirit and reaffirm your connection to the higher power that is always with you. C.S. Lewis once wrote, "Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. Your growth, your resilience, and your unwavering spirit in the face of adversity are clear signs of the extraordinary calling on your life." The enemy's attempts to derail you, to deceive you, were nothing but twisted forms of flattery. The truth is, weak souls, those without purpose or impact, rarely face this kind of opposition. The intensity of the spiritual assault you experienced only proves one thing: you are a threat to the darkness. You are a light in a dark world, a beacon that can heal, inspire, and awaken others. Your capacity for love, your creativity, and your ability to stand firm in the face of trials make you a prime target for spiritual forces that seek to keep people in bondage. However, let me remind you of this profound truth: the darkness cannot overcome you. As we read in John 1 verse 5, "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." Even as you suffered losses, endured betrayals, or saw opportunities slip through your fingers at the last moment, divine presence stood silently by your side. The Most High, along with your spiritual guardians, never abandoned you. They were with you, watching, not because they doubted you, but because they knew that these tests would force you to tap into your hidden strength. What you are going through, what you have endured, is part of a larger plan. Each challenge, each trial, is a step toward fulfilling the divine destiny that God has placed on your life. The spiritual opposition you face is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of your strength, your calling, and the extraordinary purpose that God has for you. As you step into this next chapter of your journey, know this: you are not alone. The Most High is with you, and you are prepared to rise above every challenge, to shine brighter than ever before. So, chosen one, recognize this: every obstacle, every attack is just a setup for your breakthrough. As it is written in Romans 8 verse 37, "No, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us." You have been chosen for greatness, and though the forces of darkness have tried to stop you, they will not succeed. You are destined to overcome. When you felt alone, you were never truly solitary. Even in your darkest moments when despair seemed overwhelming, divine hands hovered near, ready to catch you should you falter too far. God's support is ever present, and though you may not always see it, His presence is felt in subtle ways: a sudden wave of peace in the midst of panic, an encouraging whisper in your heart, or a timely sign that appeared out of nowhere. These are the gentle reminders that you are never walking this path alone. As it is written in Hebrews 1 verse 14, "Are not all angels ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation?" Your life is enveloped by heavenly forces, a vast army of light that stands by, guiding you through unseen battles. The struggles you face are not yours to fight in isolation, but are shared by a network of love angels, ancestors who walked before you, and spiritual forces committed to your divine purpose. C.S. Lewis, in the Screwtape Letters, reminds us that the enemy thrives on isolation and fear, but in truth we are never alone. We are part of a greater alliance, surrounded by heavenly help and wisdom. Acknowledging this support transforms your perspective. No longer will you attribute every setback to personal failure or carry the weight of blame for circumstances beyond your control. Instead, you'll begin to discern when the energy shifts against you, when negativity tries to latch on to your thoughts. In these moments, you will respond with conviction and faith, remembering that your strength comes from God, who fights on your behalf. With the awareness of this unseen support, fear begins to dissolve, replaced by the knowledge that spiritual opposition does not have the power to define you. As Philippians 4 verse 13 declares, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." This recognition doesn't mean your journey will be without struggle, but it will change how you approach the obstacles you face. You will walk with greater confidence, knowing you are shielded by divine grace and empowered by a love that has never left your side. Every challenge will serve not to break you, but to awaken you to your true strength rooted in the boundless love and power that have always been on your side. You are not just enduring the battle, you are being refined and shaped for a higher purpose. In moments when you feel the weight of darkness, remember that it is not random. The adversary's pursuit is intentional. Why you? Why not someone else? The answer lies in the recognition of your divine potential. Even if you have struggled to see it yourself, there is a light within you that the enemy fears. Darkness is not threatened by the ordinary, it fears the extraordinary that God has placed in you. Your capacity to heal, to inspire, and to awaken others to the truth is a powerful force. It is a force that challenges the complacency of the world, the structures built upon fear, ignorance, and deception. As C.S. Lewis wrote in Mere Christianity, "God loves us not because we are lovable, but because He has loved the darkness has always sought to distort your perception of who you are. It has studied your weaknesses, moments when you doubted your path or felt uncertain about your identity. Its goal was never just to trip you up, its aim was to make you question the legitimacy of your calling, to make you believe that you are unworthy of the dreams that God has placed within your heart. But remember, your identity is not defined by the enemy's lies, it is grounded in the truth of who you are in Christ, chosen, beloved, and empowered to fulfill your divine purpose." This battle was never about breaking you, it was about revealing your strength, your purpose, and your unshakable identity in Christ. As you continue on your journey, walk with the confidence that you are surrounded by divine support and that nothing can thwart the destiny that God has set before you. The demon's pursuit was never solely about you as an isolated individual, it carried wider implications. Your elevation has the potential to uplift others, your courage can embolden those who witness it. By preventing you from stepping into your fullest expression, the demon would have snuffed out countless sparks of inspiration that you could ignite in others. Think of every mind you might enlighten, every heart you might soothe, and every system of limitation you might help topple. Your success destabilizes fear-based paradigms, and the demon understood this interconnectedness. It sought to divert the future you were poised to help shape. In essence, the demon's pursuit attempted to rewrite your story before you found the courage to write it yourself. By sowing doubt and confusion, it hoped to convince you that your highest calling was a mirage, that your gifts were delusions of grandeur, and that your efforts would amount to nothing. Yet, here you stand, wiser and more self-aware. The attacks, setbacks, and discouragement you faced were not random occurrences, they were strategic attempts to weaken you. But instead of breaking you, these challenges forced you to look within. With every struggle, you discovered new reserves of resilience, clarity, and strength. You began to confront old wounds, healing what had previously been ignored. Through this process, you grew wiser, mended cracks in your armor, and became more steadfast. The demon's relentless efforts to derail you inadvertently shaped you into a stronger warrior of light. This journey has forged a stronger resolve within you than would have emerged from a life free of hardship. The very fact that the demon targeted you is undeniable proof that you are not ordinary. Darkness rarely expends energy on souls who pose no threat to its agenda. The persistent attacks were a reflection of your unique potential, your voice, your vision, and your capacity to inspire positive change ripple outward in ways you have yet to fully comprehend. If malevolent forces invested such effort to sabotage your progress, it means they recognize the transformative power of your gifts. This realization should not frighten you, but rather strengthen you. Now, having survived these manipulations, you stand on the precipice of an expanded understanding. You were always destined to disrupt stagnant cycles, to challenge the inertia that keeps many from awakening to their higher potential. Now that you've reclaimed your narrative, you can confidently say they tried, but they failed. The demon's failure reveals its own limitations. Your resistance and resilience have exposed its ultimate weakness, the inability to override free will and truth indefinitely. You hold the pen firmly, and every stroke you make on the pages of your life affirms the authenticity of your purpose. What was meant to break you has fortified you, and what was designed to silence you has inspired you to speak more boldly. This realization should seep into your bones and flow through your actions. The failures of the demon's pursuit validate not only your worthiness but also the importance of your role in a grander cosmic play. Your capacity to heal, inspire, and awaken was significant enough to warrant a strategic opposition. Now that you have seen the enemy's hand, you are equipped to move forward with greater assurance. Fear no longer paralyzes you, it becomes a signpost that you are approaching territories where your impact is profound. Armed with this insight, move ahead with renewed purpose, knowing that the very forces that sought to break you have only made you stronger. Let the memory of the demon's pursuit remind you that adversaries strike most fiercely where their defeat is most consequential. Your victory is not just personal, it ripples out into the collective, impacting more than just your own life. As it is written in Romans 8 verse 37, "No, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us." Through every trial and struggle, you have proven that no matter how cunning the attempts or how precisely timed the ambush, the truth of your calling cannot be permanently obscured. The pen remains in your hand, write courageously, create fearlessly. And let the world witness the evolution of a soul that refused to be defined by anything less than its highest potential. This victory is not just for you, but is a testament to the power of God's purpose in your life. Through all the turmoil, remember that you were never truly alone. As Psalm 34 verse 18 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." The Most High watched over the unfolding battle, not with distant indifference, but with resolute confidence in your eventual victory. When darkness advanced too far, when you felt yourself teetering on the brink of despair, divine intervention stepped in. Heaven's command rang clear. "Not my chosen," this was not a whisper of pity but a powerful decree, declaring that the enemy could not cross into your sacred space. It was a line drawn in the cosmic sand, protecting you from harm that would have been too great for you to bear. Divine love is not passive, it does not coddle nor abandon. It is the dynamic interplay of growth and guardianship. God allows you to stumble and confront difficulty, to test the edges of your courage and discover the depths of your resilience. Yet, when the struggle risks breaking your spirit, divine love intervenes, swiftly and decisively. As C.S. Lewis wisely wrote, God whispers to us in our pleasures, speaks in our consciences, but shouts in our pains. It is his megaphone to rouse a deaf world. His love does not shield you from hardship, but ensures that nothing can irreparably harm you. You are cradled in the wisdom of a presence that values your potential and protects your existence. Remember, when doubt whispers lies and tries to convince you that you are insignificant or unsupported, recall this truth. The Most High intervened on your behalf. The universe's response was immediate, forceful, and unyielding, not my chosen. Let this instill a faith that transcends intellectual belief and settles deeply within your spirit. With every step forward, may you trust that the Most High is guiding you, protecting you, and reminding you of the profound purpose that only you can fulfill. The divine realm's intervention in your life was not merely a random act of grace, but a powerful declaration of your essential role in the grand tapestry of creation. As it is written in Ephesians 2 verse 10, "For we are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." Your life, your mission, bears cosmic significance. While you may not fully grasp the extent of this divine importance, you have undoubtedly felt its weight in the form of constant protection and guidance. Carry this truth with you like a shield, especially when uncertainty arises again, or when the storms of life resume their pounding. Remind yourself that you are always under spiritual jurisdiction, one that will never abandon you. This divine intervention is not a one-time favor or rare exception, but a permanent promise, a testament that you were never left to face the darkness alone. Even when life's path is rough and your spirit experiences the sting of struggle, the assurance that you are continuously guarded by a higher authority remains. C.S. Lewis, in his book The Problem of Pain, reflects on this truth. God whispers to us in our pleasures, speaks in our conscience, but shouts in our pain. It is his megaphone to rouse a deaf world. The trials you face are not meaningless, they are part of a divine plan, sculpting and refining your character, ensuring that no darkness can claim final victory over your destiny. Embrace this understanding, for it is transformative. It turns fear into awe, anxiety into trust, and discouragement into determination. Your journey is not just about navigating life's chaos alone. You are not a lone soul adrift in a world of confusion. You are chosen, guided, and protected by an ever-present divine hand. With each challenge you overcome, your essence is polished and your spirit strengthened. As Psalm 91 verse 4 promises, he will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. Now, with this new vision, you walk forward with the confidence of one who understands that every step, every hardship, and every victory is intertwined with divine love. You are part of a grand narrative, a story in which the Most High actively participates. Rather than seeing challenges as signs of abandonment, view them as portions of a journey carefully overseen by an attentive, loving guardian. Your path is illuminated by a love far more profound than any human language can convey, a love that ensures you will never be lost. In acknowledging God's intervention in your life, you accept the invitation to live boldly, to love deeply, and to pursue your divine purpose with renewed vision. Your faith is no longer based on mere belief but is grounded in experience, knowing that the Most High stands with you always. You were made for more, and you have the scars and survival stories to prove it. These stories stand as living testimonies that despite every attempt to extinguish your spark, your inner flame only grew brighter. The trials you survived were never about diminishing your worth, but about helping you recognize it. They served as tests and catalysts, each adversity carving deeper into your understanding of yourself. No longer do you base your self-image on external validation or on the fickle opinions of those who failed or simply refused to see your light. From this moment onward, you stand firm, knowing your worth is inherent beyond debate and not subject to the limited perspectives of others. This understanding shifts how you approach life's next challenges. Standing firm in your worth means you no longer tremble when confronted by critics or detractors. The voices that once held sway over your self-esteem now ring hollow. You understand that their inability to appreciate your nature reflects their limitations, not yours. You do not chase their approval or reshape yourself to fit into their comfort zones. Instead, you walk your path with pride, self-respect, and a calm, unwavering sense of purpose. Your steps, once tentative, now carry the confidence of someone who knows they walk in alignment with a higher plan. This stance influences not only your inner dialogue but the very energy you emit. When you know your worth, you vibrate at a higher frequency, ceasing to apologize for your presence. Instead, you command respect through the quiet dignity of your being. This shift is not about raising your voice, it's about raising your vibration, your level of self-assurance. You no longer feel the need to justify your existence. People who resonate with truth, authenticity, and genuine goodness will naturally be drawn to you, while those who thrived on belittling your gifts and undermining your potential will find no foothold in your life. Your aura, fortified by self-belief and divine affirmation, becomes a sanctuary where negativity cannot easily dwell. It repels those who seek to undermine and attracts those who wish to co-create, support, and uplift. In embracing your worth, you free yourself from the exhausting cycle of performance and validation. Your life ceases to be a play stage for an invisible jury whose verdict you never truly needed. You no longer waste energy contorting yourself into shapes that please others, nor do you invest emotional currency in winning the approval of individuals who cannot grasp your essence. Instead, you acknowledge the divine imprint on your soul and carry yourself accordingly. This recognition is not arrogance, it's alignment. It is the pure, unadulterated realization that your existence, sanctioned and protected by the Most High, matters in profound and far-reaching ways that may surpass your current understanding. This acceptance of your worth ushers in a sense of calm and confidence that no external force can easily shake. Picture yourself as a tree, roots running deep beneath the surface, well nourished by divine support. Wind may bend your branches, storms may test your resilience, but your foundation will remain unshaken, standing firm in the knowledge of who you are. Through the trials and challenges you've faced, your roots have remained steadfast, firmly anchored in the soil of spiritual truth. You have become a living testament to the fact that worth is not a prize to be given by others, it is a divine quality that arises from within, confirmed and celebrated by the forces of the divine who have safeguarded your journey. As you embrace this understanding, your perspective on conflicts, setbacks, and misunderstandings transforms. Rather than seeing them as threats to your identity, you now recognize them as opportunities to refine your character. Instead of feeling crushed by negativity, you see it as a temporary disturbance, a moment to reaffirm your stance in God's plan. In the Bible, God promises in Isaiah 41 verse 10, "Do not fear, for I am with you, do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." With this promise, you walk forward with the confidence that your worth is not dependent on the opinions of others, but is anchored in the eternal truth of God's love for you. You no longer fear criticism or rejection, because you understand that they cannot shake the foundation of your identity. This newfound confidence radiates into every part of your life. Relationships become more authentic, because you attract those who appreciate you as you are, not as they wish you to be. Your creative endeavors flow freely as you trust that your contributions hold value in God's eyes. Your spiritual life deepens as you recognize that you are a cherished part of the divine tapestry, deliberately created with purpose. As C.S. Lewis writes, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream." Embracing this divine inheritance, you realize that every struggle and every lesson learned has led you to this elevated place of self-assurance. Looking back, you may see your former doubts with compassion. These were simply part of your spiritual growth. There is no need to judge your past self harshly, for you did the best you could with the knowledge you had. Now you understand the truth. You have always been worthy, significant, and more than the sum of external judgments. You have shed those illusions and stand tall in the light of God's truth. As you stand firm in your worth, you not only transform yourself but also serve as an example for others who struggle with self-doubt. Your quiet confidence becomes a beacon, encouraging others to recognize their own intrinsic value and break free from insecurity. In this journey, you become a guiding light for others, with your worth now firmly aligned with divine truth. You know that the divine forces who intervened in your life once will continue to do so, guiding you towards richer experiences and deeper connections. Your worth is a key, unlocking greater purpose and understanding as you walk forward with confidence in God's plan for your life. The lessons you've gathered through your journey are not mere memories. They are divine treasures that have been carefully extracted from the pain, confusion, and trials you've faced. Every tear, every fear, and every moment of uncertainty has taught you something vital about yourself and your place in God's grand design. As it says in Romans 8 verse 28, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." Each hardship, once viewed as a burden, now serves as a stepping stone toward spiritual growth, strengthening your understanding of who you truly are in the eyes of the Creator. Embracing these lessons means integrating them into your daily life. They are not just experiences to reflect on, but divine truths that shape your decisions and guide your boundaries. Knowing that you are protected, supported, and chosen by God allows you to approach challenges with faith and creativity, not fear. Your trials have taught you that not every closed door is a rejection. Sometimes it's God's way of redirecting you to something better. As Proverbs 3 verse 5-6 reminds us, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight." This shift in perspective transforms how you engage with life. You no longer brace for sabotage but anticipate divine possibilities. You trust that even in the face of obstacles, God's plan remains intact, and each challenge is an opportunity for deeper self-knowledge. You walk forward with the steady confidence that your worth is not defined by past suffering but by how you've emerged from it. The darkness that once pursued you has been defeated, and in its wake you stand in your power, grounded in God's unwavering support. This is not the end, but the beginning of a new chapter, where the lessons you've learned continue to guide your steps. You are not merely surviving, you are thriving, walking in divine purpose and spiritual mastery. You have witnessed God's intervention, and now, equipped with His wisdom, you are ready to shape a future defined by love, authenticity, and the relentless pursuit of His will. With each lesson learned, you are steadily aligned with your higher calling, trusting in God's timing, knowing that nothing, seen or unseen, can derail you from His perfect plan. The veil has been lifted, and you can now see with clarity what once seemed hidden. The spiritual adversaries that sought to derail your journey were not simply illusions or representations of self-doubt. They were real forces, working beyond what you could see or fully understand. But through divine intervention, you have been protected and guided by forces far greater than the challenges you faced. As the psalmist says in Psalm 91 verse 11, "For He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." With this knowledge, you can release the narrative of victimhood and step into a place of empowerment, knowing that you are never alone. This journey is not just yours to carry. You stand at the threshold of a grand, co-created tapestry, where God's plan is woven together with your actions, intentions, and the divine protection that surrounds you. Life is no longer a series of isolated struggles, but a collaborative dance between you and the divine forces that guide you. In this moment, you are not merely surviving but thriving, with your full potential unlocked and ready to flourish. As C.S. Lewis wisely wrote in The Great Divorce, "There are no ordinary people. You have never talked to a mere mortal. Every moment of hardship has shaped you into something far greater than you once believed possible." The chains that once bound you are shattered, and with them the fear and uncertainty that once clouded your thoughts. You are now free to pursue your highest calling, walking in the knowledge that every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. As Isaiah 40 verse 31 reminds us, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles, they will run and not grow weary, they will walk and not be faint." Your creativity and intuition now flow freely, and every step forward is guided by divine clarity. This transformation is not just personal, it is collective. Your liberation sends waves through the spiritual realm, offering hope and light to others who are still walking in darkness. You become a beacon, showing others that freedom and triumph over adversity are possible. Your journey, marked by divine intervention, is a testimony to the power of faith and the limitless love of God. As you move forward, you inspire those around you to rise above their struggles and reclaim their own strength. The trials you faced have illuminated the nature of your adversaries and the subtle ways in which they tried to infiltrate your thoughts and energies. But now, with clarity, you recognize their tactics and can discern their presence. As 1 Peter 5 verse 8 warns, "Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour." By understanding this, you have fortified yourself, recognizing that your strength lies not in avoiding trials but in facing them with divine confidence. Each moment of resistance has shaped you, and now you stand vigilant, protected by the hand of God. Embrace this turning point as more than just a phase, it is a permanent shift in your reality. You have reclaimed your narrative, your energy, and your voice. Your past struggles are no longer chains that bind you, but stepping stones that have elevated you. As Isaiah 54 verse 17 promises, "No weapon formed against you will prevail." This divine protection has empowered you to rise above all challenges. With your posture upright and your heart open, you now walk with the authority of someone who knows their worth in God's eyes. You are not merely surviving, but thriving, moving forward with the assurance that every step is guided by His plan. Recognize that the opportunities ahead are not random, but aligned with the divine purpose for your life. The clearer, brighter frequency you now emit will draw the right people, resources, and experiences into your orbit. As C.S. Lewis writes in Mere Christianity, "There are no ordinary people. You have never talked to a mere mortal. This is your moment to step fully into the grand tapestry of creation, where your actions, guided by faith and divine wisdom, shape the reality around you." Carry this understanding forward, knowing that you are not beholden to past struggles. You have been empowered to walk boldly into your future, not with fear but with the unwavering confidence that you are a part of God's perfect design. Embrace the boundless potential that now radiates from within. This victory is not just for you, it is a testimony to God's power in your life, proving that you were made to flourish. Within your heart, you carry the sacred whisper of "Not my chosen," a divine echo that constantly reassures you of your measurable worth and the unwavering protection that surrounds you. This quiet reminder strengthens your faith, fortifies your courage, and illuminates your purpose. As you move forward, you realize that your transformation is not a solitary journey. The trials you faced and overcame were not merely obstacles, they were alchemical fires refining your inner being. Each challenge has deepened your reliance on the divine, confirming that higher forces are advocating for you. As Romans 8 verse 31 reminds us, "If God is for us, who can be against us?" With each lesson learned, you understand that righteousness and integrity always find favor in God's eyes. The adversities you faced are not signs of weakness but opportunities to discover your true strength, a strength that cannot be undermined by external forces. As you share your experiences, you become a beacon of hope to others. Your testimony of divine intervention and unwavering support in times of darkness inspires those who feel trapped by unseen struggles. Through your courage, they realize that divine eyes are always vigilant, and the hand of God is ready to protect and defend. Your willingness to speak of your hardships invites others to trust in their own sacred worth and to stand firm against adversity. as CS. Lewis beautifully puts it in the screw tape letters: the safest road to hell is the gradual one, the gentle slope, soft underfoot, without sudden turnings, without milestones, without signposts. Your life, full of overcoming trials and divine empowerment, serves as a roadmap to spiritual awakening. You show others that their struggles are not evidence of failure but of their potential for growth. This divine empowerment is not meant for you alone, it is a gift meant to uplift others. By sharing your strength, kindness, and wisdom, you help others leave behind victimhood and embrace victory. The divine forces that surrounded you are not meant to elevate you above others, but to deepen your relationship with the sacred. As you move forward, remember that your empowerment is a gift to the collective, and your journey now becomes one of sharing love, hope, and purpose with the world. You are not just surviving, you are thriving, co-creating a future of strength, dignity, and divine connection. Your presence will light the way for others, proving that love conquers all, and that no obstacle is insurmountable. Your faith, steadfast and unwavering, transforms not only your life but the world around you.